So, hi guys, welcome to our next AMA, so Ask Me Anything session here on Facebook. So you guys can just post your questions below the stream, and I will then pick them up one by one and go through and answer them to the best I can. My name is Yasin. I'm founder and CEO of savedroid, and very good to have you guys here participating in our AMA today. So before we start, let me already thank you to your great support throughout our ICO. As you guys know, the pre-sale was very successful, was sold out after 7 hours only. Then we went into the main sale here, more than 50% of the tokens being sold in less than 1 week. We currently have more than 25,000 backers in our crowd sale already. So the community is really strong. It's grown significantly in our Telegram group, by the way. At this point in time, way more than 50,000 members. So guys, feel free. If you should not yet have joined the Telegram group, go there. It's just savedroid on Telegram. And the good thing is our community management team will be there for you 24/7. So whatever question you may have, you can discuss there. You can share your thoughts about the project with other community members, and of course you can also get your personal question answered. For more sensitive questions, don't hesitate, just ask for the support of one of our community members, and he will then also enable a private chat with you so that you can feel comfortable in getting also more sensitive questions answered in a very personal and secure way. So let me tell you a bit for the new joiners, what is savedroid about, what is our vision about, right? So savedroid is really about making the crypto jungle out there more accessible for all the people who are not yet part of the community. And you know, the idea came up, it was mid last year when the three founders of savedroid, we sat together and we were actually discussing the phenomenon of cryptocurrencies, and then we wanted to try it out for ourselves. And basically what we experienced is that it is not easy to buy cryptocurrencies, right? We had big times an issue in selecting the exchange. So many exchanges out there, completely different onboarding processes, different KYC requirements. It takes ages. It's just a big hassle. So this was the first frustration element in the user journey. And then the second one was basically selecting the right wallet. And there's so many wallets out there, mobile ones, hardware ones, desktop ones, and so on and so on. And then different wallets work with different types of tokens, so there's incompatibility in the market, and that again creates a huge hassle. And then at the end, it's about the private key, it's about security, and this again is a very nerdy thing to deal with. So all end-to-end, a really shitty, a really crappy user experience. And that was actually the time when we said, look, this is something which needs to change. It needs to change because if it stays like this, it will be very difficult to really drive mass market adoption for cryptocurrencies, because currently it's still a niche market. If you look to the total population, it's a very, very tiny percentage, probably less than 1% of the population currently using cryptocurrencies. On the other hand side, the potential of this technology is so huge that it actually will be and has a good chance to be the next big thing in our economy. But I think what's currently missing out is basically real life use case. And on the other hand side, and that's where savedroid comes in, is really smart and simple to use user interfaces. And these user interfaces shall be designed in a way that they are self-explanatory, that everybody can understand, and that you don't need to be a tech nerd in order to be able to handle cryptocurrency. So therefore, this is the idea of savedroid. What we will build is a mobile app which allows you to just simply connect your credit card. You will then be able to set up a micro savings plan, so you can start saving from as low as a few euro cents up to many euros on a regular basis. Your savings will be converted into crypto. You can choose between single coins. We will also offer you risk-adjusted and optimized portfolios based on our AI algorithm, which will do a portfolio selection in order to get a better rate of return in terms of risk adjustment for this one. So there's going to be a broad selection of savings opportunities in crypto behind the micro savings, and that basically solves the issue that for guys who don't bring the necessary IT knowledge knowledge and everything, they can just easily join. And secondly, also it's getting barrier free in terms of amount, because currently if you want to invest small amounts, you get eaten up by transaction cost. This will not happen at savedroid. At savedroid, we're going to work as an aggregator, which means we will aggregate single savings transactions, even just a small cents per user, over our whole user base. We will then net across our user base, and only the delta, this will go to an exchange trading. So we will collaborate with exchanges. We will just select different exchanges we will directly partner with, and then we will basically trade the delta at the exchange where we can get the best exchange rate for your savings. And I think this is very important to explain our concept. So it's really simple to understand. It's going to be barrier free. Everybody will be able to use it. You just need to own a credit card. And I think this is a huge differentiating factor also if you compare it to all the other ICOs going out there. Many of them are focused on trading. Many of them are focused on basically featuring single coins. We have a much broader perspective to this one. We really want to drive crypto inclusion. We want to get all the people in who are currently withheld because of the high adoption barriers. And I think this is a major advantage because we are addressing a much bigger market. So I think this is one of the big upsides of our ICO, why you should be motivated in order to contribute to the savedroid ICO. Besides that, and I think this is the second most important value proposition of our ICO, savedroid is not a just PowerPoint idea company, right? We are up and running now for more than 2 years. We have been incorporated in 2015. We are a German stock corporation. We have already raised more than 3.5 million euros in equity from renowned investors. You can look up the names on our website. And we are regulated according to German standards, which provides a much higher security level to all contributors of our ICO. So we have already showed that there is track record. We have already showed that we have convinced many people to work together with us. Also in terms of business partners, we have for the business partners, for example, Amazon, we have Check24, we have Wirecard, we have Deutsche Börse, and many more, which are very reputable names, big blue chip companies which have partnered with us because they also believe in the team and they believe in our product and they see a clear upside in having a collaboration with us. And I think this is also a very good differentiating factor for you if you're looking now for a solid ICO to contribute. I think very few ICOs have to offer this. We are one of them, so you should really consider that. And now one question, and let me start with this one because this is one of the questions which is currently being all over our channels. It's on Telegram, it's on all the social media channels. It's on which exchanges will the savedroid token be listed in the future. So I can understand that this is one of the most important questions. Therefore, we are trying as transparently and as openly as we can at this point in time. So what I can tell you guys is we have already confirmed 3 exchanges where the savedroid token will be listed, and we have confirmed these 3 exchanges well before the end of our ICO. I think this is also quite unique. You will mostly see that ICOs have maybe 1 exchange confirmed, if at all, and then further exchanges are only added once the ICO is closed. We already have confirmed 3 by now. The one is HitBTC. A second one is going to be a top 5 exchange. The name, unfortunately, we cannot yet disclose because there is a confidentiality agreement besides that, but you can easily look up who are the top 5 if you go to coinmarketcap.com/exchanges. There you will see a volume ranking of the top crypto exchanges, and it's going to be one of the 5 as ranked by trading volume. So it's going to be a really huge exchange which we've already secured for you guys. And then we are also going to be listed on IDEX, which is one of the bigger decentralized exchanges. So these 3 are already secured. We are doing this in order to provide our token holders with the best possible liquidity. So also, because this question is coming up, how will the trading start be? Will you start on HitBTC? No, this is not the case. So we have understood also from the community, there have been some critical feedbacks around HitBTC, and we have heard your voice as always. And basically what we will do is we will ensure that we will have a trading start orchestrated between all the exchanges we have already confirmed, meaning that on the very same day we will make sure that our token can be traded at different exchanges, and thereby you will have the opportunity to not only trade our token on HitBTC but also on one of the major 5 exchanges and also on IDEX. So when more exchanges are going to be added, I think this is also a good value proposition. This is one thing which really key priority for us in order to make sure that we get the best liquidity from day one of the trading. So day one trading will happen on different exchanges, not only on one, and thereby no, HitBTC is not going to be the first exchange where our token will be listed. I hope this is a very clear message. This is as concrete and as precise as I can be at this point in time. I hope you guys appreciate that. Also, if you like it, please feel free to spread the word. This, by the way, is, if you're now asking how can we support actually the savedroid ICO on the very last meters, this is one thing I'm really asking you for. I know that the community support has already been huge, and if you even want to increase your support, please feel free to spread the word. Share it with your friends, invite your friends, share our postings, even share this live stream here, so that more people can hear about our ICO and can contribute. And one more important update, a news update I have for you, it has just been implemented this week, is that we are now accepting, in order to buy SVD, more than 50 cryptocurrencies. We have added a significant amount of new coins and tokens you can now use to buy your SVD tokens, meaning that not only we are accepting Ethereum and Bitcoin like most other ICOs are doing, but now you can use a list of more than 50 cryptos you can actually exchange for savedroid tokens in our ICO. So one of the most famous ones is Stellar. Of course, we have integrated Stellar not only now as means of payment, but we will also integrate them as one of the very first coins for savings inside the savedroid app. This is because we believe that the Stellar project is really driven by a passionate, high potential team. We see a huge potential in their coin also. Therefore, we are supporting this with the best we can do by integrating Stellar earlier than other coins, also in our mobile application than for the savings part. And today you can already use your Lumens XLM in order to buy savedroid tokens. So please feel free to do that and spread the word also with the Stellar community, please. And other coins which are in Tron, EOS, Tether. You can also use Dogecoin. Dogecoin needed to be in. We love Doge because we have actually 2 office docs. You can see them on our webpage. So it was no question for us. The Dogecoin needs to be in. So this is also a payment option now for the SVD token in our ICO. And I think this is really unique, right? I've not seen another ICO accepting that many cryptocurrencies in order to participate and contribute to the ICO. And now you may ask, why are we doing that? And the reason is very simple. For us, actually, has been a very simple decision, because as you know, we are driving crypto inclusion. We are driving basically cryptocurrencies for everyone. And to our understanding, in order to enable that, what we need is we need to have a better inter-exchangeability of different cryptos. And that's what we are doing. So we are trying to deliver already on our value proposition by this move of now accepting in total it's 58 cryptocurrencies at this point in time to participate in the savedroid ICO, because it's part of our value proposition to better connect the crypto world, to make it easier to inter-exchange. And that's what you can do now. So I think this is already the very first step towards the new product offering we're working on, a better connected, easier, and more convenient crypto world where ways and transaction will happen much more easy and with much less technological efforts behind. And I think this is already a good value proposition to the whole crypto community. So please spread the word. This is basically the news updates which I could share, the major exchange listing, IDEX listing, and that we will start the trading across 3 exchanges at the very same point in time, and then also that we're now accepting way more than 50 cryptocurrencies in order to participate. These have been the latest news, and now let's just see which questions are coming up here. I see a lot of good mornings. Good morning back to you guys. Cool that you made it to the session here. Let me see. It's cool. I just see we have also guys from Africa joining here, from Ghana back. Hello to Ghana. Cool that your guys are here. Yes, some guys speculating here also for the exchange. Binance, is it Binance? Not Binance at the moment. Please understand, we cannot mention the name. Please feel free to discuss also in our Telegram group which exchange it may be. Issue here, it's not that we would not want to disclose. It's basically a confidentiality agreement which we needed to enter in. Therefore, we cannot tell you at this point in time, but you can see the names, right? Just go, and maybe our service team can also post the link here to the chat. Just go to coinmarketcap.com/exchanges, and there you see the volume ranking, and then it's going to be one of the top 5, and our team will post the link to CoinMarketCap in a second here, so you can actually see the names who are the potential exchanges. So just have a look at that, and please do understand we're trying to be as transparent as we can, but we are really bound to the contractual agreement, and therefore we cannot mention at this point in time. I hope you guys can understand. Exactly. Then is one question from Francis here. Basically, is what does it mean for the tokens to be minted if I pay by credit card? So see, the issue we are having with the credit card, and this is again something which is not our decision, but this is due to the service agreement with our credit card provider. The issue we are having here is the credit card provider is locking down all the funds which are being paid in by credit card for 6 months. So that basically means that we can only mint these tokens after this period, because otherwise we would incur a very high risk. So see, what could happen is if we would mint the tokens earlier, the people would still be able to claim back the credit card charge. So at the end, there would be a significant economic loss. This economic loss would not only be for us as a company, but this economic loss would be also for all the ICO participants who participated in the ICO, choosing a different means of payment except for credit card. So therefore, at the moment, what we are trying to do is we are in discussions with our credit card provider. We are trying to negotiate down this time limit. And once we are able to do that, then we will be also able to mint the tokens earlier. But this, unfortunately, is not our decision. So we are trying really our best for everybody contributing to our ICO to negotiate down this timeline. We are in the talks, we are in advanced talks, and once we have reached a conclusion about this one, we will inform the community. At this point in time, the regulation as per the contract with our service provider is that it's these 6 months, but the advice I can give you right now is please do choose a different payment method, right? There are so many payment methods now available except for credit card. You can use now at the total 58 cryptocurrencies, so I think this is one very good alternative. And the other good alternative, if you not should have cryptocurrencies available at hand you want to trade in, you could just use bank transfer. And now I do understand that if you are overseas, the bank transfer charges are really expensive, but for this one is actually a low-cost alternative. You can just, and you may just use TransferWise. If you use TransferWise, this is actually a low-cost alternative for a cheap bank transfer. We had actually many people using TransferWise. We have good user experience based on that, so this is one thing I can really recommend to you guys. Try sending your money using TransferWise. We can maybe also post the link of TransferWise here in this chat, so you will be able to see it. And you can check out their service. It's really low cost. It's a very fair service. It's a very established and trustworthy company, so you don't need to be afraid that your money should be lost or anything. This is really a good service to use. We had many contributors using it already, and I think this is a good solution for everyone who wants to get around the credit card and the later minting of the tokens. For all of you who want to hodl anyway, credit card will be a good choice, because then it does not make any difference for you guys. So then one question is when coming on exchange. So here basically what we will do, and I just explained that, but let me maybe also a bit reformulate it that it becomes even more clear. We will make sure that the tokens are going to be minted first. So that means that currently the process is people are purchasing tokens, they are confirming their payment, then we are doing KYC in batches, and then we are doing minting in batches. So meaning we are packaging like 1,000, 2,000 users together in one package, then basically doing the KYC, then doing the minting, and this will continue now from day to day over the next days until all transactions are settled. And once all transactions are settled, then we're going to start the trading. So we will make sure that everybody has his tokens, that everybody is KYC'd, and everybody has a fair chance to do the trading on the very first day on the different exchanges. So basically what we need to do in order to determine the date, and that's why I cannot now quote the exact date in terms of it's the so-and-so of March, what we need to do is we now need to orchestrate this process. So we need to get the KYC done, we need to get the minting done, then we need to talk to the exchanges which are already confirmed. And once we have settled all this, then we can basically agree with all the parties on one trading day, which is going to be the first one. And this we will, of course, announce upfront. No worries, we will announce that with a good time lag upfront, so that everybody has enough time in order to prepare. So if you should not already have a trading account at one of these exchanges, you will still have enough time to set one up. We will make sure that everybody has the same and fair chances in order to trade that. I hope this gives you guys more transparency about how the process is working, and I hope this is a good solution for everyone. We're really trying our best here to make the community happy and to find the best solution, which is the best for the whole community. So 1 second now, I need to scroll a bit. One question from Dennis. Yes, will all KYC confirmed till the listing? Yes, as I said, this is a prerequisite, right? We need to complete all KYC first so that we can mint the tokens to the contributors. So the trading will not start until KYC is done. This must be understood, and I think this is just fair, because otherwise, if you would start trading earlier, this would mean that some people would not yet have access to their tokens, right? Therefore, and this is now key priority, we are driving KYC as fast as we can, processing the badges, really following up with the guys, and we are setting short deadlines for everyone to complete their KYC, so that we can move as fast as we can. So this must be clearly understood. Yes, everybody KYC, tokens minted, and then we're going to have the trading start so that everybody has the same and fair chances. I hope this answers your question, Dennis. And yeah, Francis asking here, time limit of the credit card payment is too long. If I wouldn't have known earlier, I would not have contributed with credit card. See, guys, we have actually clearly communicated that, right? To this one, let's please all just be fair. Once you purchase this credit card, it's really mentioned before you do the credit card payment that the tokens will only be minted in 6 months of time. So I think this one, please don't blame us that you did not know it before. This is not true. We have put it very transparently in the sales process. Everybody who clicks on credit card payment will see that it's listed there. So please do not complain that we did not tell. This is not true. Please just be fair with the regulations. I think we are being very transparent with our community, but in return, we are also asking being fair with us and not blaming us for something which is not true. And this is definitely not true. Everybody who paid by credit card did see this information in our front end. So if at this point in time you think you don't like it, please do choose another means of payment. And I think this is a very fair and transparent way to go. And then it's your decision at the end. Please do understand that we are really being as transparent as we can. We are informing the people up front. If you're still going for this payment method, then of course it's your decision, and we are understanding that you're fine with this time period because we have mentioned it to you up front, right? So therefore, I please ask you to be fair with us as we are being fair with you and we are being transparent with you. I think this must be a mutual understanding of dealing within our community to have a fair partnership and not to blame anyone for things which are just not true. Thanks for your understanding. Ja, thanks, vielen Dank, Andrea, zurück. Thanks, Andrea is thanking us for the transparency and for all the efforts we're putting in here. Sure, we are basically committed to do this. I think it's also rewarding for us, right? I think all the community, by the way, all the community built up, all the positive feedback which we get, the fact that we now have more than 50,000 members in the Telegram group, this is basically a big reward besides, of course, the funds which we are collecting, right? And I think the community, by the way, if not mentioned before, I think this is a good opportunity now. The community which we're building up here is so essential for us because we are a very user-centric company. From the beginning onwards, as you see how we have designed our application, which is live in Germany now, it's basically based on user feedback. We are doing so much of user testing. We are inviting users to join us in our office and sit with them by basically listening to the feedback to our application to improve it. We are doing usability testing. So basically user feedback is for us the key in order to develop a good product, right? We are not believers that we are the smartest guys in the world and we will figure out how to build the best product. Of course, what we need is we need the feedback of the community. We need the feedback of the users to understand what you guys would like to have as a feature, and then we can build it with the capabilities which we have, of course. But here, the inter-exchange with the community is really crucial in order to be successful, and therefore, we are really investing in this community work because we believe that this is a core asset which we will now have also afterwards of the ICO, when it now comes about building our product, when it comes about delivering on our promise which we have given to you to make crypto savings as simple as possible. We can only do our part to it, but we will need your input. You guys need to tell us what you like and what you dislike. Also a feedback like, guys, what you've built here, this screen completely sucks, is a very good feedback, because it's good to understand that very early in the development process in order to be able to improve the product and then launch an even better version than if we would only discover that after the go live of the product. So this is, again, also one value add which we will offer to our community, that all of our community members will have the exclusive opportunity to become our very first beta users. And as a beta user, you will have the privilege in order to have a say about our product development, because we will ask you and you will have the chance to very proactively give your feedback, and your feedback will be directly reflected also in our product development. I think this is also showing even more openness towards the community and showing even more openness towards our followers, how important we see the community for the success of our company in the future, and therefore also for the success of the token, of course. Yeah, one question is here, will there be an EMA session in German? So I think for this one, until now, we have not eventually done this. Reason for that, I mean, yes, we are a German company. Every one of us, I mean, from the founder team, is also German native speaker. I myself am. Nevertheless, we have discovered that the community grew so international that at the end, it's very hard to do communication solely in German language. I mean, one thing, but this could actually be a community board, which we, this may be a good idea, so thanks for bringing up the point, Andrea. I think one thing what we could do also in the Telegram community is we could just do a community vote. So if there is a significant interest in having an EMA session in German also, I will be happy to do it. I think we can just spread the word, and if we find enough interest in participants who would say, please have a session in German because I feel more comfortable raising my questions in German, having my questions answered in German, then I'm happy to do it, right? It should not be, a thing that we don't want to do it. We just want to make sure that it's really adding value to the community. And we see that the vast majority of the community is international, and therefore we have decided to do all the communication in English so far, but I'm going to ask my community management team in order to do a poll, to do a community voting on Telegram, if we should go for a German AMA session before the end of the ICO. I actually like the idea, and I think if we find enough interest, we should go for it. So thanks, Andrea, for bringing up the point. So what do we have here? Yeah, thanks, Dennis, for the compliments to our support. Definitely let our support team know. The guys will be happy. Currently, they're working 24/7 for you, as you probably know if you've already joined the Telegram group. Our admins and community members are always available to answer your questions. So join the channel if you should have other questions you would not want to discuss here. And they will be basically working for you and answering all your questions. And how you give the first price before listed in market cap. There's one question which I'm not to 100% clarity understand. Is basically how you give the first price of SVD before listed in market cap. Maybe you could clarify on this one what exactly you mean, but in the meanwhile you're doing this, let me just elaborate directly towards the future token price, right? Because this, of course, is also a big question, a big discussion on our community channel. So how may the future price of the savedroid token evolve, right? And here, basically, I've also announced that yesterday in the AMA session and all the AMA sessions before, if you want to understand that in more detail, what we offer you is on our ICO webpage, ico.savedroid.com, you will find a price simulation. The price simulation will show you a possibility how the future price of the token may evolve over time. And we also offer an Excel model for free download. And inside this Excel model, which everybody can download, you have the opportunity to just play around with the numbers. So you can do a so-called, in the nerdy speak, sensitivity analyses, and you can actually change the parameters in the model. And if you change the parameters, you will see what impact this may have on the future token price. And therefore, what I would kindly ask you guys is just go to this model, download it, experience for yourself, test a bit around with the numbers, and then I think you will get a much clearer understanding what are the influential factors of the token price in the future and how may the token price differ if these factors will change. And what I can tell you just in short, because this is basically on the highest level now, but for all the details, really, please have a look into this model. But on the highest level, the two most important drivers of this will be firstly, the demand, obviously, for our token. And the savedroid token is going to be the mandatory means of payment for our crypto saving service inside our ecosystem, meaning that all the users who want to use our service will have to purchase SVD in order to pay for our services. So this means as long as we are able to increase the number of users, we will show an increased demand for SVD. So this will be the key driver behind the demand side, the user growth. The more users we can bring to the platform, the more users we can motivate to use our services, the higher the demand for the token will be. And on the supply side, which is then also very important, there is our deflation mechanism, right? It's a utility token with a deflation mechanism. It's not basically a thing which we have invented. We have just borrowed this idea from Vitalik Buterin, who was one of the co-founders of Ethereum, and he was basically commenting to the discussion of how to ensure a good value of a utility token, that one good idea and one good concept is to actually build in a burning mechanism, a so-called deflation mechanism. And the idea behind is that whenever we will collect one of the savedroid tokens as a revenue, so whenever one user pays with the savedroid tokens for our crypto saving service, that we will burn a certain percentage of these tokens. And let me just make a numerical example. Say if a user would hand in 100 savedroid tokens, we would, for example, burn 20%, so 20 tokens. At the end, there are only 80 left from the 100, and we're only going to recirculate 80 tokens into the market. And this deflation mechanism thereby ensures that the supply of the tokens will decrease over time. So basically, if you put the two sides together, demand and supply, The demand side is driven by the user growth. The more users, the higher the demand. And the supply side is going to be driven by our deflation mechanism. The more tokens we burn, the lower the supply will be over time. And this will then determine the price of the token in the future. And if you want to understand in more detail, please visit our website, download the free Excel model, and play around with the numbers and find out for yourself. This will give you much more visibility, which other factors are there driving the token price in the future, and what different scenarios, different outcomes could be about the token price. So please just have a look to this one. So then there's one question for basically, again, a credit card payment. Here, yes, in the pre-sale, the setup was a bit different. The pre-sale credit card tokens will be minted early, because then we had a different agreement with the credit card company, which was only changed later on, and basically there was a cut-off date. So for the guys who did not see the message once the 180 days were implemented before, these tokens will be minted, because this was a different service contract. The discussion, what I've answered before, was basically on the current credit card contract, and this implies the 180 days. So there's basically a very clear cut-off point. Whoever faces the 180 days will have seen this before the purchase. We have made absolutely sure for this. Or if you don't have seen it, then there are not the 180 days, but there was a cut-off point in time. So if this should be in doubt for you, please join our Telegram group and get connected to one of our service members, and he will answer in more detail. So I think this is the best way in order to clarify for this. To just give the short answer right here is basically there was a timely cutoff because the credit card company needed to switch the contract terms, and therefore the new rule was implemented. But once we implemented it, we also very clearly showed in the sales process that the 800 days are there, and therefore it was very transparent for everyone before the purchase. This I must say. Yeah, again, one comment that an EMA session in German would be great. As I already promised, we're going to do the community voting. Please vote in favor for that in the Telegram group. We will launch it then soon after this AMA session. I'm happy to do it if we find good interest for an AMA in German. Yeah, and then there's one question basically about further updates of the existing app of savedroid. So for all the ones who don't know our existing app, since it's only available in German, the app which is out there today basically is meant for goal savings with very easy and automated savings rules, also based on our artificial intelligence. So how does it work? You download our free app, you connect it to your German checking account, and then basically you can either configure our savings spot by setting up if this then that rules, like for example, if you reach your daily step goal as measured by the smartphone step counter, or if your favorite soccer team will win the match, or if you're using your debit card, then do a roundup, or if Donald Trump tweets, for example. So many rules out there to customize, or you can switch on the autopilot of our bot, which is then a autonomous algorithm which will determine based on your cash flows on your current account how much money is there to save. And yes, for sure we will add more savings rules in the future. The product development of this one is not gonna stop. We have already a backlog of many different ideas for new savings rules which are out there. In this week's now we are exclusively, of course, focusing on the ICO, but once this is done, of course, more attention will go back also to the existing app and to the build-up of the new application, which is going to be integrated in Germany to the existing app, by the way. So yes, definitely more savings rules, Also, more partnerships which will help you to save even more money are up to come. I don't know if you already heard, but we have agreed on a deal with Amazon that basically once you achieve your savings goal, say you want to save up for a new TV or for a new PlayStation or for a new laptop, and then you achieve your savings goal, you can actually trade in your euros you have saved and you can redeem them for Amazon gift cards, and you're going to receive a 3% discount on the Amazon gift card. So meaning you will receive a 100 euro value Amazon gift card and just pay 97 euros for it. So this is again an addition to our value proposition, helping our users to save even more also once you achieve your savings goal. And there are many more partnerships to come in this direction. We're going to have partners in travel space for all basically the vacation goals which are setting up in our app, and also different other online shops in Germany which we are partnering with, and we will offer a broad variety of discounts once you want to purchase your savings goals which you have achieved. So we are also proceeding in this dimension. So of course the app development goes on, the value proposition will get stronger and stronger over time, and our mission to save you guys more money is basically what we are working on in the app development, also besides the crypto savings. Yes. Then let me see. Exactly. Just two questions again on the app development in Germany. So yes, definitely, as I already just said, the app will be developed much further. It's going to be, maybe for the German users to understand a bit better, we have currently the app you already know, connect your current account where you're saving in fiat currency, in euro for your savings goal. We will add into this app the crypto savings, so you will have an easy way to just select if you want to have your savings in crypto or in fiat as you're used to. So this is basically a significant upgrade of the app in Germany. Of the app outside in Germany, it's going to be crypto savings only using your credit card. So definitely there's going to be a different service offering of our application inside Germany and outside of Germany. Outside of Germany, it's the pure crypto savings, the pure crypto part of things in Germany. The fiat savings will also remain, and yes, more savings rules and more service offerings around that will also be added. So don't fear, Yannick, that we will not continue on the German business. This is not at all the plan. The German business will continue as strong as it has been in the past. We are working already on new partnerships to extend the app, new savings rules, new business partners. So this will continue as promised also to the German community, because we will also, of course, upgrade our team. We will add more manpower to savedroid in order to cope with a higher workload in the future. So therefore, this goes without saying, we are fully committed to the existing app and also to the new app, and we will cope with it by just upgrading the manpower in our development team, and that will give us a good chance in order to speed up the product development process, of course. Then Angel again is asking with the credit card. For this one, I would really ask you to bring up the question in the Telegram group. I think there you can get a very specific answer to your individual case. For me at this point in time, it's a bit hard to comment on this one because I don't know your purchase date, what you did exactly. Therefore, please do join the Telegram group. Ask there. The people will be able to look inside your transactions and give you a very clear answer. It won't take long, but at the moment, I'm sorry, I cannot deal with the question, give you a definitive answer right here on the spot. I hope this is clear. And then, yeah, now here is the clarification of the pricing question from earlier on. I mean, how you will give the price for SVD in the first before listed in an exchange? What the procedure for that? I'm honestly still not so sure what's exactly meant, because the price for the SVD currently, as you know, is basically the sales price during the ICO, right? So, or maybe let me try to get the process clearer. So currently we are still in the ICO. And there, the price for 1 SVD is 1 euro cent. So this is a fixed price, right? There is no fluctuation. There's no going up or down. This is basically the price of the savedroid token. At the moment, it's 1 cent. And then the token only becomes tradable once we hit an exchange, right? So in between, once the ICO closes this Friday and the trading starts on exchange, there is basically no way to trade the token at this point in time, right? The token is going to be locked in your wallet, and the token will then only be unlocked for trading once we have the first trading day on the exchanges. And then there will be automatically a price determined on the exchanges driven by supply and demand. So in between, there is no change in price for the token, right? The token price will remain on the 1 euro cent, which is basically the sales price right now, but there's not going to be any trading in between. So there's not going to be a new price for the token unless and until the trading starts at the exchanges. And there then the price, the new price of the token will be determined by supply and demand, so by the free market. And here, as I said, our strategy is to hit 3 exchanges in parallel at least. These are the ones which are already confirmed. It's HitBTC, is one of the top 5 major exchanges, and it's IDEX, the decentralized exchange, a very big one. So therefore, we will have a very good liquidity. So you guys should not be concerned about will the listing just be on one exchange, could that have a negative price impact, but the exchange trading will really start at different exchanges at the very same time to have a higher level of liquidity and to provide everyone with the best opportunity to trade the token if you wish to do so. And I think this is a very fair offer. And this also makes sure, by the way, that since the token will be locked on your wallet until the trading start of the exchange, that everybody has equal opportunity, and actually you will not suffer an economic disadvantage if your tokens are minted today, tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, because there is no way to inter-exchange the token before they hit the exchange. And therefore, basically, that's why we also did the batch processing, the batch minting, that everybody has basically the same chance of being ready with the savedroid token at their wallet once we hit the exchange, and then only the trading will start. I hope that this answers your question. If not, please feel free to reach out again. But I hope that this made the point clear that there is no price in between now and the exchange trading start. I hope that this basically helps you guys. Cool. I see that at this point in time there are no further questions from the community. Yes, and basically what's open for me to say, 2 things. The first one, and I think this is a very important warning message also to everybody out there: please don't get scammed. Right? There is so much scam out there in the whole crypto market, in the whole ICO market, and please be aware. And our bot in Telegram is reposting the spam warnings over and over again. We have also written a blog post on this one. So basically the rules you guys should follow, what to do and what to not do in order to prevent scam, to not getting scammed. We are taking this seriously. We are trying the best we can in order to prevent the scam in the course of our ICO, but the scammers are in multitude out there, and please be careful. The guys will try to approach you on Telegram, so please be aware no one of our admins will approach you. If you get approached, it's probably scam. Then also, if someone will offer you a discount, a special sale, getting like a bonus of 30%, or getting additional tokens, or getting a discount, or whatsoever, it's also a scam, right? There is no such offer than that. And people are now just trying to basically grab your Ether, grab your cryptocurrencies, and try to trick you out. So please be smart, don't get scammed. And our service team just now also pasted and copied our link to our Medium article on how to prevent scam. Please read that, and please also share that. And we want to make sure that here we can keep our community safe, and therefore please help us out on this topic. If you should actually see scammers around, please report them also to the admins in the group. If we work together, we can keep our community safe and clean, and get rid of all the scammers around. And I think this is a good value to try to achieve, also to have the best interest of the whole community secured here. And the other topic, and this shall be the closing remarks, is that again, thanks so much for your support until here, and please also keep up this positive spirit on the very last meters now of our ICO. We still have time until this Friday, so spread the word, invite your friends, use your spare cryptos. We are now accepting more than 50 different cryptos, coins and tokens you can use in order to participate in our ICO. If you should have one of these coins and you see a good opportunity now to trade them in for SVDs, feel free to do it. Spread the word. The ICO is unique in this respect. I don't know any other ICO who has accepted so many different cryptos. I think you can see that we're already delivering on our value proposition right now during the ICO to have a better crypto inclusion by making crypto easier exchangeable. If this is a starting point, please spread that word, share with your communities on Facebook, on Twitter, on Telegram, on bitcointalk.org, and whoever we can bring into the project. savedroid will profit from it. You guys will profit from it as token holders, and the community will profit from it because the community gets enriched, and the product and savedroid as such will be much more successful. And this, of course, will then also help the token value in the future. So thanks a lot for this one. As I said, we're going to do the community poll for a German AMA session today. If we find significant positive responses to that, I'm happy to do it, and we're going to set up something tomorrow. So thanks a lot for joining this AMA session in English. Maybe one more very final one coming up in German. Please participate in the group voting on Telegram, and thanks for your support. Have a good time, and all the very best here from Frankfurt.